Hello there! It's Alex Lavoie, and I'm gonna be doing a review of Bayonetta 2 because it's fucking awesome. There you go, go buy the game right now. That's it. I shouldn't have to say more. I'm finished, I'm done, finito, goodbye. Forget about it. Okay, so Bayonetta 2 is a Wii U exclusive, which sort of sucked whenever it was first announced because I didn't have a Wii U, and Bayonetta is my favorite action game of all time. I spent at least 100 hours in Bayonetta because it is that amazing and that awesome, and I actually felt bad about them doing a sequel because I felt as if they would never ever be able to touch what they created with the first Bayonetta. Bayonetta went from 0 to a million in a nanosecond. Bayonetta took everything amazing about the action game genre, about like Devil May Cry, and cranked it up to 11. Bayonetta is the penultimate action game for me. I fucking love it. And I felt like they could never ever beat it or do anything greater than it because the scaling up of craziness that they did in the first one, I felt like they could never beat that. Like, how were they gonna outdo that? Well, Bayonetta 2 does it. Gameplay-wise, Bayonetta 2 takes the structure of Bayonetta and makes it that much faster. I didn't think it was possible, I didn't think you could do it, but they did it. It's faster than Bayonetta 1, it's the most fast, intense, crazy, frantic combat I have ever experienced in an action game, and I love it. The weapons are amazing, the enemies are really cool and really varied, and just the systems that are in play have been refined to perfection. You actually have a mode here that's like Devil Trigger, where it's just Umbra something climax mode, where you get to do all your wicked weave attacks, like whenever you were fighting bosses in Bayonetta, how you would constantly do wicked weave attacks instead of your normal attacks. That's what you do. You have a Devil Trigger mode, so they added that. They have everything else. It's faster, and they have a really cool weapon selection for Bayonetta. Just perfect. The controls are so tight. The controls are phenomenal. They fixed a few different things like the lock mode. Like Bayonetta, you had to learn how to do the claw hand where you played like this. I don't know, maybe other people do play like this where their fingers are on both triggers and they're doing everything, but I play like this where my fingers are, these fingers are on the triggers and that's it, and I just alternate like that. They fixed that. That's no longer a thing in Bayonetta 2. It's tight, it's perfect. Just go buy the damn game. This game is gorgeous. The environments that you are shown and just the way everything has this surreal sort of haziness to it, just fantastic. Really, in this day and age, graphics don't really matter. Art style matters, and Bayonetta has an amazing art style. The enemy designs in this game are fantastic. They're beautiful and yet horrific at the same time, and they cover the whole gamut, the whole spectrum of everything, because in this game, both hell and heaven are coming after Bayonetta. So you have your demons, you have your angels, and you have the weird, like, golem things again, you know, the weird technological kind of creatures too. So just enemy design is above anybody else as far as the action genre goes. They've really hit it out of the park with all the different kinds of enemies. All the ones from the first game are there, and then there's a shit ton of new ones for the second game, and they're just beautiful. Enemy design is fantastic. The boss fights are amazing, and they're more frequent. There are more boss fights in this game than in the first one, and it's just amazing. The only thing I'm gonna say is the level design I don't feel like it's as varied as the first Bayonetta, but then again, I've only ran through it like once. There's a lot of good level design, but it seemed like it was a little more straightforward than Bayonetta was. Audio-wise, you know, my only complaint about this game is that it doesn't have a song that hooks you like Fly Me to the Moon did with Bayonetta 1. It sounds just as good as the original. Voice acting's fine, so now I'm just gonna tell you, I don't care about story in Bayonetta. Flat out, I don't. It's an action game. If you were to care about an action game's story, you're gonna be disappointed. Just because they don't try and do story. I mean, there's a story there and it ties up with Bayonetta 1 literally perfectly. You're gonna play Bayonetta 1 and 2 back to back to back to back to back forever. That's all I'm gonna say about story, really. It's fine, it's passable, it gets you from point A to point B. Bayonetta doesn't need story. That's how good it plays. I wanna say I beat the whole story in about 10 hours, maybe more, maybe less. I didn't really look at how much time I was spending on it because I was just having a blast doing it. But as far as these games go, it doesn't end there. I have 2 more difficulties to beat it on. I have the Witch Trials to complete, which I never beat in number 1, and I had over 100 hours. I can easily see myself getting over 100 hours in Bayonetta 2 because there's tons of unlockables and there's tons of content there, and the gameplay will never get old. So value-wise, this game is an amazing value. Full price definitely, because Bayonetta 2 comes with Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. So do it. Just go buy the game new and revel in the best action games ever created. 10 out of 10. That's what this game gets because it's perfect. If you're looking to play an action game and you like action games and you have a Wii U, go buy it because you will thank yourself and you will thank the world that Bayonetta 2 was made. You will thank the world that Platinum Games creates these amazing games. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Go buy Bayonetta if you have a Wii U. If you don't have a Wii U, go buy a Wii U so you can play Bayonetta if you like action games because it is that good. It's worth buying a whole new system for, and I'm not joking. So thank you for watching. I hope this was fun. I hope you like me singing Fly Me to the Moon because I'm lame and I do stupid stuff. And have a wonderful day. Bye.